It was nearly 6 months ago that an EF3 tornado just tore through my hometown of Taylorville and just devastated neighborhood after neighborhood after neighborhood. With me now is Taylorville Mayor Bruce Barry, first term. And how do you handle a situation like this?
Well, I had no idea how it would be handled, but I did go to the firehouse learning of the tornado. I was there for the parade. I was supposed to be the grand marshal of the parade that got canceled. So I immediately went to the fire department, and it was I was amazed at what Chief Cruz had already had us prepared for this. And he did a wonderful job.
Well, I was in town that day, and it was notable that the parade was canceled when it was. That was a good call.
Right. Chief Cruz did an excellent job of canceling the parade. He'd been in contact with the weather service throughout the day, and it was the right call.
Yeah, and I think that early a tornado siren was a good call as well.
Correct. And then the second one was probably the most amazing call that he made. That was against policy. And it probably is the one that really saved people's lives because people did take it serious then.
Yeah. Now, what kind of damage are we talking about here as far as number of houses? And
well, I think the exact number is like 750 some houses were affected one way or the other. There's 35 or 40 that were completely destroyed. And we'll see what happens. There's a lot of tree debris and things like that. So
now, did that also include the Hewitttville area as well?
The Hewitttville area also. Okay. We're even though that's not part of the city, we're treating it as part of the city, and we're helping them people out also.
It was pretty easy to follow the path of this tornado, which was half a mile wide, right?
Right, and 3 miles long through town. You know, it started in the southwest quarter and then went through the middle of town, including out by the high school in that area. And it was amazing the amount of damage.
And it was pretty easy to follow later to see the damage, even in the business district.
Well, it was easy to see the damage. It wasn't easy to get up and down the streets, as you well know, Doug. And but our fire chief did an excellent job. Our police, everybody did well. And the first responders, what an amazing job they did with no fatalities. And I was told that we had searched every home that was hit in the first 6 hours after it had been affected. And we had plenty of help from the outside communities. Can't thank them enough.
Yeah, we were talking about some of the people that were actually trapped in homes.
Correct. I think there were 7 or 8 different people in different homes that were trapped. And for getting out of it with no fatalities is just amazing.
One of the interesting side stories that seemed to get a lot of attention on social media was the flagpole at the cemetery, which was actually a mile or mile and a half away from
probably
where?
A mile and a half from where we are tonight. And the council voted to just leave the flagpole. And I wasn't out there today, but they got everything ready. We should have the new flagpole installed this week.
And the old flagpole is still there,
right? The old flagpole is still there, yes.
It's kind of a symbol of, I think, the resilience of this community.
Correct. And it said, we may bend, but we won't break. And I think that's what Taylorville's all about.
Yeah. Now, we were talking about some of the homes here, and the one behind us is sort of an unusual sight here. And I was here the first part of March, and it's amazing to see the progress that's been made here just even since then.
Right, and just the people, we're tearing quite a few homes. We're tearing down a home a week, and we're going to tear this one down this week. We got a few more to tear down, and it's just amazing the amount of help we have received.
Do you think people have come out ahead in this thing overall?
I think some people will come out ahead. There were a lot of people were affected negatively, and we hope we can help them in the future. And that's why Missions for Taylorville, what a great group of people that was already set up, not for tornado relief, but they've already been set up in the community for 10 years. And it was great that they stepped forward and took on this enormous responsibility.
Yeah, and to see the homes that have been repaired, obviously some people had some pretty good insurance and maybe others didn't.
Correct. There's no way of really telling who had the best insurance and things like that, but we're trying to help the ones that were probably maybe underinsured, and things are working out good.
Yeah. Now, if someone is watching this and they're going, well, gee, that's in Taylorville, this won't affect me, you just never know, right?
No, you never know. And like I said, who thought the tornado would hit in December?
Yeah. And I lived here the first 20 years of my life, I guess, 19, 20 years of my life, and it was devastating to me. I mean, I took it very personal, and this was the neighborhood that I rode my bicycle up and down the street. And,
right, and I think a lot of people take it personally, that have moved on, to Chicago, that area, California. We received donations from every state in the United States, and even some donations from England and France, of Taylorville natives.
That's terrific. Any last words here? You mentioned a meeting coming up.
We're having a meeting next Tuesday night at the high school at the cafeteria. It's a community meeting. Anybody that's got anything that they may need during the tornado, that were affected by the tornado, please come to that meeting, and our long-term recovery team will try to take care of you.
Okay. Taylorville Mayor Bruce Barry, thank you for being with us. And that's it from Taylorville. I'm Doug Quick.